Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So word on the street is that the boss has removed the statue head of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. from the Oval Office. Yep. Let's start with that. Now, if you ask me, I actually think that this might be a good thing, and here's why I think so. I would rather have someone show their true colors up front, show us what they stand for, whose side they've always been, and no pretending, no sugarcoating. At least that way, we all know exactly where things stand. And of course, the internet, especially TikTok, has a lot to say about this. And trust me, the reactions are all over the place. People have their own opinions. So let's jump right into the clips that I collected for you guys from TikTok. Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll come back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. This is the latest update. I think this happened last night, yesterday. I don't know what time it is where you're watching me from, but yeah, it's the latest update anyway. Let's get into the clips.
You already know a lot of people gonna get mad and you're gonna start talking crazy in the comment section and stuff like that, but we already got word that Donald Trump has removed Dr. Martin Luther King's head out of the Oval Office and replaced it for Winston Churchill. Donald Trump removed Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King head was there by Obama in 2009, put Martin Luther King head up in there, and so Trump went on and replaced it during this term. Trump never moved it, so he went on and just moved it out this time and put Winston Churchill head up in there. And I see once again people are sharing and they are talking about Donald Trump removing Martin Luther King's head out of the old office. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all don't give a damn about Martin Luther King's statue, man. Y'all don't care. Why y'all starting all this shit on TikTok? Why y'all doing this? Why y'all starting? Y'all don't give a damn. We got 97 streets called Dr. Martin Luther King in the United States. And y'all shit on every last one of them, okay? All the streets that say Martin Luther King, y'all done twerked on those streets, y'all done fought on those streets, people done got shot on those streets. There's so much stuff that happened on Dr. Martin Luther King. You can't even go to a city, and I only been to one city where I saw a street called Martin Luther King, and it was so damn clean, I got nervous. Where was I? I think I was in California. I don't know, I was somewhere, I don't remember, but it was so clean. I said, I know this ain't no Martin Luther King, and it was. Because most cities I travel to and they got Martin Luther King, what you gonna see? You gonna see the Chinese store and you gonna start seeing the hood ninjas sitting out there looking crazy. There ain't nobody at work. Alright? So y'all stop this shit. Y'all don't give a damn about this stuff. Y'all stop it. Y'all don't give a shit.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I can't be reading this correctly. Let me see this again. Trump removes MLK bust from Oval Office. Trump is hosting Charlie Kirk. What the heck is going on here? Imhotep Sankofa, the wild guy. Wow. Wash, rinse, and repeat, huh? Same old stuff over and over again from this orange menace. This draft dodger, this pooper in the pants, this pure D ashes, and just truly evil man. What does this? Why is walking in seeing MLK's bust so upsetting to him? Anybody care to answer that question? You know why it is. Okay, it's almost like sticking a wooden stake in a vampire's heart. That's what it equates to when he sees this bust. But make no mistake about it. This is par for the course for this orange menace. But here's my question. All you black folks, the few of you all, but mainly some of you black men and you younger black dudes that voted for him. All you Latinx people, Latinos that voted for him. You Arabs that voted him. See everything going on right now, right? What do you got to say about it, huh? What do you have to say? The man is completely unhinged. Yet, we're supposed to sit back here and say there's nothing wrong? It's all wrong. The rest of the world sees it, just like at the G8 conference yesterday. He way off track and they got to correct him over and over and over again. He looks just foolish amongst world leaders. Make no mistake about it. I got to go see what Bernice King has to say about this. I'm sure she's got some poignant words. But this man is gone. Expect more from this nutcase. What?
So Donald Trump has removed the bust of MLK from the Oval Office to appease right-winger Charlie Kirk, who was becoming more influential in the White House. But, he's not prejudiced.
Well, President Donald Trump removed Martin Luther King Jr.'s bust from the White House and the Oval Office. Let me say it again. President Donald Trump removed Martin Luther King bust from the White House and the Oval Office. Now, he's the President of the United States of America. He can do this, but how disrespectful can you get to melanated people, black people? Martin Luther King Jr. did what he did. Everybody know it, but Donald Trump say, nah, I ain't got no room for you, cuz. I ain't got no room for this bus, so you got to go. You got to move out the way. Regardless if you like it or not, he can do it. Legally, he can do it, but was he morally wrong and justified for doing this? He wanted the bus gone. Why? You don't like looking at that black man who changed the world forever so we could vote and have rights, who started a movement that lasts forever? You don't want to see it? Now, I only report the news. Let me tell you right now, President Donald Trump removed the bust of Martin Luther King Jr. He can do that legally, but morally and ethically, was this the wrong move? Let me know, please. Let me know.
Honestly, I'm cool with Trump removing the MLK bust from the Oval Office, because now you don't have to really wonder where he stands or where he would stand during the Civil Rights era or during the Jim Crow era. It just shows you who he really is and always was. And what's funny to me is how conservatives will either defend it, ignore it, or try to gaslight black people or other people on the left and say, see, look, he's not racist. Look at this photo of him with a black person. Like a photo op proves anything. Donald Trump literally praised Dr. King on MLK Day, which was also his inauguration day, and then turn around and remove the bust from the Oval Office. This just shows you that his respect for Dr. King is fake. He doesn't really respect Dr. King. He doesn't like him, and he doesn't honor what Dr. King stood for. You don't get to say that Dr. King was a great man and then remove his image like he doesn't matter. Like, come on, man. Donald Trump is quietly stripping symbols of black history behind closed doors. And honestly, like I said earlier in the video, it's fine. It just shows you who he really is. And if you see this as a Trump supporter and still support Trump, let's be real. You're either racist or you're fine with the racism. There's no in between. There's no in between. It's like you either support it or you're scared to admit it, because either way it go, you're not fooling anybody.
Hi. So I just found out that our human of a president removed MLK's bust from the Oval Office. You know, he's added all that gaudy gold, right? Because the man has no taste. But coincidentally, this came right after the NAACP excluded him from the convention. First sitting president in 116 years. Why? Because, any questions about that? He ripped up Black Lives Matter Street, which was indirect. I mean, it was put there so he would have to see it every day. What did he do? Tore the street up. Whereas it stood for hope for so many. No. MLK had more leadership, integrity, humanity in his pinky finger than Donald Trump has in his whole body. And who did he replace him with? Winston Churchill. Now, I did some research because I don't want to be ignorant on the internet. But supposedly he made some kind of promise to somebody to restore the Winston Churchill bust back to the Oval Office because it had been moved to a different room. But, you know, I don't know that much about Winston Churchill. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been out of school for a long time. I teach art. But guess who else was racist? Winston Churchill. When talking about the West Indies, he said, keep England white. Are we surprised? No. Just another day in the United States of embarrassment. It makes me want to vomit. My classroom, there is my art classroom, and the sayings don't have anything to do with art, but there is a framed picture and quote of Martin Luther King Jr. I think there's 2 Maya Angelou's. There's a John Lewis. There is a Mae Jemison. Like, You know that Arthur? The fist? Trump is going to go down in history as one of the worst humans to ever walk the planet. And you know what? Good. Love that for him. Now we just have to survive him. And if it's out of nothing but pure spite, we will. He's a disgusting, horrible, horrible person. Racist. Grifter. Felon. Insurrectionist. Rapist. Did I say that one? Because it needs to be said again. Alright, that's all I got. It just went all over me like white on rice. Martin Luther King. Probably because he's jealous of his crowd sizes. Again, I watch my language on here because my students follow me, but oh, I got some words I wish I could say. Anyway, hello y'all. I'm sorry. All this sucks. I'm sorry half our country's made of idiots. And the other chump was worried about Kamala leading us to war. World War III. Well, here we are. Good choices.
And there you have it, guys. This whole situation with the boss removing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s statue head from the Oval Office, it's raising a lot of eyebrows, and rightfully so. I mean, this isn't just any random decoration being taken down. This is Dr. King. We're talking about a man who literally shaped history, a civil rights legend whose impact goes far beyond politics or party lines. So when you remove a figure like that from a place as symbolic and powerful as the Oval Office, it's bound to make people wonder. It sends a message, whether intentional or not, and sadly that message isn't painting the best picture of Trump's right now in the eyes of many. You can't blame people for feeling the way they are feeling, the way they are talking, for calling him out, for questioning why such an important symbol of progress and equality has been taken away from the most powerful office in the world. But you know, I always like to look at things from both sides. What if there's more to this story than we know? What if the statue wasn't removed out of disrespect, but for protection? Think about it. Maybe Trump didn't want it sitting there anymore because it wasn't safe in that location, you know. Maybe he feared it could get damaged, you know, lost or tampered with, something like that. Let's be honest, that's something the previous presidents apparently didn't consider, you know, because God knows that statue has quietly gone through a lot behind the scenes. I'm just saying. Sometimes these discussions aren't always as black and white as they seem on the surface. Maybe it's not a sign of disrespect, okay? Maybe it's about preserving history and not erasing it. But of course, without a proper explanation, people are going to fill in the blanks, and in today's world those blanks usually don't get filled with positive assumptions. So the way this is looking to the public right now, not great. When you remove a symbol like Dr. King's statue without telling the country why, especially in these times, it leaves room for speculation, you know, frustration, and a whole lot of side eyes, and you simply can't blame people for reacting the way they are reacting now. That's just my 2 cents. As always, I want to hear what you guys think. I've left this here deliberately. I don't want to talk much here because I want you guys, Black Americans, the one who knows the importance of this statue in the Oval Office, to educate everybody, including me. I don't want to say much on this deliberately because I need your help on this. I don't want to say much on this. I need your help on this. So what do you think about this? Do you see it as a blatant disrespect? And of course, I'm sure you know why I said maybe it was removed from the Oval Office, because they are trying to preserve it. Of course, you know, I'm being sarcastic, okay? Yeah, so this is where you come in. I want you to do the educating. I'm asking, okay? I want to learn about this. Yeah, so I ain't here today. So what do you think about this? Do you think there could be a reasonable explanation behind it? Maybe Trump was trying to protect the statue. okay, in a way nobody else ever bothered to. Okay, the previous presidents, they couldn't bother, they didn't bother to preserve, to protect this statue. Maybe they're trying to remove it and put it in a better place. Okay, so yeah, drop your thoughts down in the comment section down below, because I genuinely want to know what you think about this this conversation, this whole entire thing. And on top of that, with that being said, and as usual, thank you so much for sticking around, for watching this video up to this time. I know I haven't given much information on this, and that was deliberate, because I want you guys to be part of this a lot more than you've ever been in the comment section down below. I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.